The one thing that Republicans and Donald Trump himself has told us since he announced he was running for president is that he is one of the best businessmen that has ever lived. Not just in the United States, not just in his current lifetime, but ever in the history of business. Nobody's been as successful as Donald Trump, which is probably why he was able to bankrupt several casinos, why his NFL competitor league went completely bankrupt. Whoa, the NFL then kept him from buying a team because they know how bad he is with money. Why his workers live in poverty and have had to try several different times to be able to unionize just to get basic human rights restored to them as American workers. So yeah, I don't think Donald Trump is a very good businessman, and I don't think any right-minded human being in this country or anywhere in the world would agree with that, or would agree that he is a good businessman. But here's what's really interesting. This week, the Forbes 400 list, the list of 400 richest Americans came out. And guess who fell 92 spots from where he was last year? President Donald Trump. As it turns out, Donald Trump managed to somehow lose $600 million off of his net worth in the last 12 months. And while he's still allegedly worth about $3.1 billion according to Forbes, that loss of $600 million, especially in a year where you really weren't doing anything with your businesses, making any decisions at all, speaks volumes as to what kind of a leader you are. Why? Because the public understands who you are and what you're all about at this point. That's why his businesses are losing money. It's not because he's over there making horrible decisions. He's backed away from his businesses. But he's also put them in the trust of people like Eric and Donald Trump Jr., who are probably the closest to a living incarnation of Beavis and Butthead as we could possibly ever get. So yeah, not surprised that those two morons couldn't keep those businesses going. But more importantly, Donald Trump's businesses are losing customers. His hotel is going without booked rooms. People are pulling out of it. People are pulling out of golf tournaments at Trump-owned golf courses. Why? Because he's proven to us, he's shown to us what kind of a horrible human being he is, not just through his policies either as president, but through his words. His words are what has destroyed his brand and his public image. And that's the reason people in this country are absolutely sick and tired of him. It has less to do with his policies and more about the fact that now that we get to see what this man is all about, we cannot even stand to look at him. Thanks for watching. And if you like what you see here on Ring of Fire, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel. You can see the little subscribe button down there, but if you're watching it on another device where you can't see it, go to youtube.com/TheRingOfFire. Hit subscribe, be notified every time we get a new video.